My goodness, Najee, Kenny Pickett also, and he banks out. No, oh my, what's going on? Let's go, TD! What the hell was that? Let's go! Feed it! Yes! Let's go! Alrighty, Steeler Nation, welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. For the record, I still like Ryan Shazier. I love Shazier, man. I don't care what's going on. Look, that's not good. And me and DB are going to talk about it. It's not good what he did or maybe did or didn't do. But I like Shazier. Cancel me. All right. G'day, DB. What's going on, man? How are you?
What up? Yeah, Shazier's great. Shazier is a great player. But that off the field, that right there is I don't know about that one. Yeah. He gotta fix that. But he ain't like he did a crazy crime, like even like he did anything crazy, like he murdered somebody. He cheated, which is bad, of course, adultery and stuff. He probably should have maybe did therapy or talked it out or left, get divorced and leave or something instead of cheating. But I don't know.
And we will move on shortly, but this just came into the Twitter news. It's going around the internet, and once on the internet, it's always on the internet. So look, cheating's bad. I'm not condoning cheating, anything like that. I've never done it or anything like that. But I'm just saying, as a football player, I still like Ryan Shazier. I think he's a good bloke. I think watching him play was amazing, and the tragedy with the injury, and he got on the stage. Who did he call out? Who did he announced the pick, didn't he? I don't know which pick he announced though.
I think it was it Keanu Benton? It was somebody.
No, Shazier didn't Shazier announce like Edmonds? No.
He might have. Oh, I think he did when he first came back walking, yeah.
Yeah, it was Edmonds,
I think
right?
So. Yeah, we could have had Jalen Hurts instead of Edmonds.
Dude, I like Jalen Hurts. I think he's cool. I've got him 2 years in a row in my fantasy. I think I don't really not a huge fan of the Eagles because they're like how they are, but I like Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Look, it happened. The internet's gonna go crazy today. Like the internet's gonna go nuts.
They're gonna be saying some crazy stuff like he can barely walk. How he walk out there and cheat? Like, they're gonna be on them.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just gonna be like, you just can't even imagine when it gets out like that, and if it's true or not true, or the stuff behind it, it's gonna be, it is what it is. Anyways, we'll move on for a bit. I just want to say, and for the record, I like Ryan Shazier. All right. Okay. Let's see what's going on in the chat. We got who we got in the house today? Let me see. G'day, Sean's in the house. I think Jed. Oh my God, there's a lot of chat here today. G'day, Jed. What's going on? G'day, Gene. G'day, Juice in the house too. Who else we got? A lot of comments about the stuff that just happened with Ryan Shazier. By the way, I like him. And we have Claude here, George.
What is video?
Still Girl 808 in the house too. Excellent. And I think that's everyone for now. We'll see what comes in. G'day, E-Money. What's going on? With the question right up. And g'day, Rod. What's up, Rod? Here's a question. Will we activate Miles Jack? What do you think?
Miles, most likely he probably will because like even if he's not like he led the team in tackles, right? Last year, I think so. Yeah. Led the team in tackles, or he had 100+ tackles. He was like somewhere around there. But even if he's not like fully ready, because he was gone for a while. He retired, came out of retirement, and I don't know if he's ready because like it's different than playing like like certain positions. But a linebacker, you got to go out there and run and hit people, explode out there and try to like tackle a guy or something. So they might use him in depth just to have another extra body, so Landon Roberts can get some rest, or Mark Robinson can get rest, and like just rotate him in maybe for a couple snaps.
The only reason why they'll probably get him activated maybe in a few games' time, they've got Roberts there, but they also have the other boy, Walker. He's playing a fair bit, so he's been signed to the roster. The other guy is Blake Martinez.
Oh, yeah. He's playing for the Packers, yeah.
Yeah, he's got to be on the roster, I think, 3 or 4 games. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got to be on the roster, and then maybe he can be moved back to the practice squad. I'm not too sure what the rules are exactly. So there's already a lot of depth there. I don't know if they'll activate him I actually don't see it happening until something else happens to other players because Walker's playing, and then you got Robinson, and maybe they might use Martinez.
Martinez a tackling machine with the Packers. He led the Packers and tackles multiple times before they traded them or released him or something.
Not too sure if they're gonna move him there, but I did see what Jed was said. He says, "I love cheating," and then on tests.
On tests, dog.
I honestly can't. I cannot even think about it's gonna be crazy. I just the poor. It's not good the situation, but the whole thing is just gonna be just nuts. The next 24 hours. Oh man, it's insane. We got guys now coming in saying hello. It's gonna be awesome. I don't think so. Did Mike Robinson get any snaps against the Bungles? Right?
I don't think I've seen him out there.
Did he get 3 or something like that? 3 or 4?
Probably a few times, but not like a lot. We'll have to get in rhythm fully.
Nah, it's been
Atlanta Roberts. He playing real good out there. He's first in the NFL and I think run stopping. He's first in the league with 14.7% and stopping the run and stuff, getting downhill. So he's playing some good football.
And also in the off season, he was meant to be one of the worst ones we got, and people were bagging him out too. And it's no, the dude knows how to play.
Yeah, they said he can't cover. He ain't got to cover. His job is to stop the run.
But he goes out and hits people in the face.
Yeah, like an old school football player.
Thomas says here the soap opera as the NFL terms. It is like that, right? It's not going to affect our lives, and we have it's
we're a little the channel, the Days of Our Steelers. That'd be funny. That challenge
doesn't your name True do that? Doesn't he do that? I think
the Days of Our Steelers was too funny. Every week was something different. We got the Kardashians.
There's always something I guess in this day and age now with the social media and the YouTube stuff, all that kind of stuff like that. There's no real you just have so much on all the time. What are your thoughts about this DJ thing with the fumble? I reckon move on. It happened. He's a good receiver. He does go backwards. He does drop it. Now the internet's oh my goodness. What are your thoughts on the fumble?
The fumble, it looked bad because the play that happened before. That's he dropped. It should have been a touchdown. Really, they said 3 steps, and anything after that don't matter. The Calvin Johnson rule, when he caught the touchdown in the end zone, and they called it. They said it wasn't a touchdown. They made that rule for Calvin, so it should have been a touchdown. And then people got mad at Coach Tomlin because he didn't challenge it, but you should have to challenge it. The referee should already call it on the field, so you can they should already know what's a touchdown and what's not. But DJ looked bad because it happened right after. He wasn't blocking. He was just walking. And if he looked over, he could have jumped and got the ball, really. The ball was right there by him. But I don't think it's too bad if you just throwing a little tantrum, a little kid tantrum, but he'd be good.
Let's just say it wasn't as bad as Cam Newton. Do you know what I mean?
The Cam Newton one? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because he was right there. He just jumped out the pile. He said, no.
Then what about we had Big Ben and James Conner fighting over all.
Oh, man.
That was worse.
One of them could have just fell on. I'm like, let's fall on it. They were so cold. I guess they want to get down the ground. I don't know. They was they didn't want to get down there and get the ball. You get it. No, you get it.
I think Big Ben was waiting for James to jump on it, and he did the same thing. And he's just all right, okay, TD. No one's talking about the effort that Connor Hayward made to run back. He already saw the fumble happen, and he was running back like it was Big Ben versus the Colts. So I don't know. It's something I think it happened at movie. The internet got what they want. They yelled at him. He apologized, and now they're still yelling at him. So it's
they always say Deontay. They say that Deontay suck, he can't catch and stuff. He get injured, and they're like, we need another receiver out here. Where DJ at? DJ comes back, and they hate him again. He kind of they're half and half. Some people, half the fans like him, half the fans hate him. He's just gonna be at least we're talking about him though. I like him still. He's a good route runner.
He's when he's on, right? But when he's kind of off, you're like, DJ, you're not helping me out, not helping my calls out, But it's funny because too, if they were to, sit him this game, I guarantee you there'll be people saying Mike Tomlin can't score points. Well, you just took away one of your best receivers. Yeah. That's why you can't score points, It's so I don't know. There was another thing too before we get some more. We might do a bit of a preview. Might talk about the Cardinals today too. See what's going on there. But what about? Did you hear Najee talking with the media today too? He's fed up, mate. He's over him.
No, I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that. I seen that ESPN said something. That he took some comments back, but I didn't watch the video though.
There was one bloke. I don't know. It was Jerry Dwork or someone like that. I don't know who it was, but he just goes, "Oh, hey Najee, how's the do you feel better now that you've introduced a power running game? How do you does that help?" And he goes, "No." He just doesn't he's been running the same way. They've been focusing on trying to say, did the 3 tight ends help and did they get to the next level, all that kind of stuff. Najee is pretty fed up with him, and I understand like the players, they have to answer the questions better. But a lot of those guys, they get written about so badly all year.
Yeah.
They get asked questions. The next minute they want them to answer friendly. It's like, well, you've been, going back and forth.
And that's how Marshawn used to just say the same thing over and over. I'm just I won't get fined.
Yeah, didn't he used to get fined too? He got fined, didn't he? A fair bit, didn't he? I think.
Yeah, he got fined. He used to always skip out on them, but then they say he had to be there, so they say he had to say anything. He just had to stay there a few minutes, and they can leave.
It was Mike Pursuta. That's right. He said something like, "And now, do you feel like you're a power running back?" And he goes, "No, like I've always been that." Like, what I mean?
And they had me run the ball from the shotgun instead of being me in the backfield. That was a bad play design right there. I'm like, why you have Najee Harris getting the ball, getting handoffs from the shotgun formation? I'm like, he's 250 pounds. Put him like a bowling ball. Let's put him downhill.
They fed him a few bit time in the pistol though. Sometimes too. They had him more, behind Kenny, was going north and south. It was pretty good to see. That was fantastic. Rod says I'd rather bring back AB if we're going to put up with these immature blokes.
No.
Good use of blokes, by the way. And also
get arrested on the sideline. Arrested. The first player to get arrested on the sideline. That'd be the police cars in the stadium. The first player to get arrested, like a wrestling segment.
I still can't believe that he just walked off the field. He just went, "Nah, I'm out." You know what? I don't want my jersey on. I'm giving up. I saw a tweet that I watch his tweets all the time, and he wrote something about like not giving up on his team or something. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, you gave up on your team.
He gave him a lot of teams. The Steelers, the Raiders. All he had to do was be quiet for I think a couple more days. He would have $40 million guaranteed. He opened his mouth. They released him. The Patriots released him. I'm like, okay. And then the Bucks released him.
Isn't that the one? Didn't he? Oh man, we're going to look back in memories. But didn't he just go into like wasn't he so excited when he was he excited when he met Derek Carr, or was he happy when he left? I can't remember which one it was.
He was happy when he left. He was like, "Grandma, they released me. I'm free." He was like running in the backyard like a free bird out of a cage or something.
Yeah. Jetta wants Gunnar Olszewski back. I wonder where he's gone.
Oh man.
Oh.
We got to play the Patriots in a few weeks. I don't know if we want to do that. Belichick might call him in and say, "Hey, sabotage a little bit."
Dude, imagine if he went back to the Patriots, right? And then put 2 on us, put 2 on the punting team, and we were like, "Damn, got rid of it." I don't know, man. There's some crazy things going on. But what about the game last week? What was your highlight from the game? Besides the whole Bengals team losing.
My highlight was definitely Najee Harris taking the whole Bengals team 20 yards. They're all on him. He's like, "Oh nope, too little. Get your weight up. Too little." Taking them all the way past that was a big time run right there by Najee. Like an angry run.
I thought he couldn't run though. I thought he wasn't a good running back. I thought it was.
People always hating on him.
Like crazy. No, he had about 4 or 5 blokes on him, and the next minute you didn't even see him in the pile, and he came out of the pile, and he was still running. It was pretty cool. Yeah. Chloe's is pretty sick. I agree. We have Elva here. Says, "Bro, it's wild that Steelers fans in Australia." Yeah, there's a few of us. There's me and Matty Peverill, who I do Steelers Touched Under with too. Another show I do as well. So, so far, we're like 15,000 miles away, something like that.
Yeah, I was watching. The other day I was watching some rugby. It was what's some team called the Wallabies or something like that. The Wallabies.
Yeah, they're the Australian Wallabies.
Yeah, it popped up in my recommendation. I was like, look interesting.
Oh, really? Why would
I don't know. I was looking at it. I was like, rugby a little different. They have the guys like piled up. They fighting for the line or something. I was like, it's a little interesting. It looks very physical though.
Right? When they do a scrum, and when they're in the brotherly shove, that's kind of based on a scrum. And you know why? I reckon they're doing that too. Is Jordan Mailata. He's the left tackle or left guard for the Eagles. He used to play. Now, here's the difference, right? A lot of the American blokes out there always say rugby for everything in Australia. There's rugby, right? And also there's a thing called rugby league. So there's 2 codes, rugby league. Now, rugby league, you get 6 tackles, basically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you go chain possession, kick it away on the 5th. Rugby union, which is rugby, you get unlimited possessions until you turn it over, basically. Now,
okay. Yeah,
in both.
That's why you have the ball the whole time. They have the ball the whole time moving. I was like wondering why. I was like, they're gonna switch it eventually.
This one for Toddy. That's for you. That's for you. not for you. Not for you. Not Toddy. That's for you, mate. Right there. All right. Oh, there you go. All right. Because I do. I'm not going to look anymore. Then one day there will be a big friggin' huntsman on my wall, like sitting up there, and I won't even know.
Oh, spider.
Yeah. So that one's for Toddy. Oh, hang on. Well. Again, there you go. You flip
Oh, no birds.
Dull birds. Stone Cold Steve Austin, mate. Yeah, no. So that scrum, right? Did you watch? How far did you watch into it? The rugby.
It was some like championship game or said some World Cup or something. It was like some like conference battle or something.
Conference battle.
It was. I gotta find the video. It was. Hold on.
King of the Ring. Like, what is this? It might have been like. Was it live? You reckon?
No, it wasn't live. It said like a month ago.
So why did you get a recommendation? YouTube's playing up.
Yeah, I don't even know. It was there go right there. It said Rugby World Cup.
Okay. So it's already happened. So who won? Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it said the Australia versus Portugal. Or Portugal. I don't know what that is.
Portugal. Yeah,
Portugal,
yeah.
Yes. It was some matchup they had.
And you're like, you know what? They're like, DB would like this. He'd like to watch this right now.
I like physicality, so I was like, they got me.
But yeah, man, they play. So they kind of do like the rugby scrum with like the kind of like the brotherly shove does. And also what Naja was into was like a scrum. I wish the offense would do it more. Get behind like a big bloke and hand the football. Give the ball to Darnell and just carry his legs the whole way. You know what I mean?
Darnell, damn, he remind me of Antonio. He can be like Antonio Gates, Rob Gronkowski type. Like they start using him more in the red zone. Man, that's easy.
Have you seen how? Like, I want to see him actually get the ball. So now we're going from rugby to Darnell, but it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I want to see him get the ball and just fall forward. Every time he falls forward, it's 4 yards. I guarantee it.
And he's like 6'8". I think he's like 6'8". So like all you gotta do is just lean over and it's already a first down.
He's got to get it. Like if he's like if it's 2nd and 2, you feed him a pass. He turns around. Unless they tackle him and push him backwards, he's always going to fall forward for that first down.
So I went to the game in person. They played the Texans. He came out. I was on the Steelers side by the tunnel. He came out. He looked like the Green Giant. He was like huge out there.
Yeah, and they're also that's not bad either. Just put him at fullback. Just run him in there.
Oh man,
run him in there, and then push put him at fullback and push. Warren and Najee can push his legs.
Yeah, push behind them.
Yeah, they can have to do that, right? Roberta says Najee didn't win it. They did a segment about Najee history with the award. He didn't win the award this week. He should have won the award. That was a great run. He got stopped 4 yards. You know the Angry Run Awards that.
Kyle Brandt.
Yeah, I don't know why he puts it on though. He puts on like his angry voice and angry persona. Just like you can't act angry. You have to be angry. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't even going to say it. I was going to say that Shazy's wife should host it because she'd be really angry. All right, I'm out. You can take over.
That'd be super angry right there.
Oh man, that just came to me. I was like, I have to say that. I support Shazy and the family. By the way, I like them. I like them all.
Or Minka Fitzpatrick angry. I like Minka though. Minka, hey, he's like, hey, we ain't playing none of that, DJ. You gotta come on.
I shouldn't have said that. That's way too soon. But she'd be the best host, I think. And oh my god. Okay. All right, backtrack. What else has been happening in the Steelers? So we've had Darnell, had those guys. What are your thoughts now on Kenny Pickett, man? You know, everyone's trying to give him Kenny Pickett. He played a pretty good game, right?
Yeah, it's not coincidence either. As soon as Matt Canada got dropped off, they started seeing Kenny Pickett throw nearly for 300 yards, had 278. He would have had a touchdown. They called it a touchdown right there. But yeah, he looked more efficient. He finally used the middle of the field. At first, I kept feeling like his eyes was like he was like blind right here. He just like can look only here and here on the flat route, and he started looking in the middle of the field and started finding guys.
He didn't go in the middle. He went like that.
Yeah, I swear he never looked. He always say hut. He looked this way. He don't ever look there. But last week he looked in the middle of the field. He looked at every spot. I was like, okay, he actually moving his head. Like his head was just stuck that way.
You know, one of the craziest stats I read about was Matt Canada was that in all his career with the Steelers, he only had 2 games where they didn't have a 3 and out. Do you know that? So every single game had a 3 and out, like pretty much like what 54 games out of 56 had a 3 and out. In this game, there was no 3 and outs, none. Like we had a first down at least once, and then we turned the ball over, right? In Matt Canada's career, he had two, out of 56. That was
So
like,
we finally
it
fixed
went.
one problem, but the other problem's still there too. That sometimes that third and long for the defense, I'm like, oh my god, they be tripping with that third and long every time. Be third and 18, and somehow the team converted. I don't know
And
how.
you know, I just saw something too. It'd be funny. It'd be funny if Matt Canada's one of those games too was like if they were winning the game and then the last drive was a kneel down situation, which means that would convert that stat to a 3 and out. So no matter
Canada knew his time was coming though eventually, because when you start at the top you can't see anything. They said come down here so you can see. He came on the sideline, still couldn't see. They're like, okay, you can see the exit right out the door.
He had to. It was funny how the transition was like. We were so keen on Matt Canada being 2-0 on the sidelines, and then the Browns game was like, how do you not move the ball? How do you not move the ball in 5 minutes on 2 drives and 3 plays of DJ near the end? And it's like they didn't use Warren one bit, right? And then you see this game where they move the ball down the field for yards and plays, and points will come soon. It will come soon, but still, you're versing a tough team that is the Bengals on defense.
They could have had 27, really. It's just like they got to execute in the red zone. He's got to capitalize. Because they got there a lot. He's got to capitalize in the red zone, just get the ball in the end zone.
Yeah. Yeah, what were your like initial? I haven't spoken to you. What were your initial reaction to the Matt Canada? You would have heard it like before me because I was sleeping. Like, what were you thinking?
I was surprised because usually the Steelers are loyal to a fault. They'd be loyal for time and time, and then they let them. They're like say, "Oh, we've mutually parted ways with the." I'm like, "No, just say you fired them. You fired the guy." I'm like, I don't want to see anybody lose their job. Like Matt Canada lose his job. You know, got a family and stuff. But if you're not producing on the field, you should gotta go. He probably find a different job eventually. In high school or college or somewhere. If somebody pick him up,
he's just got to change his name. He'll be right.
Matt England.
England. Now you guys can't say that because you'll start another war again if you start saying that.
Oh yeah, true.
England of that. With that much ego behind, and they'll come over, and you'll be like, "Hey, easy. What happened last time? Guys?" All right. Canada though, they don't really care as much. They're too polite, right?
Yeah.
Man, I do. Yeah, for Matt Canada, it's a massive change, I think. But like for me, yeah, he still gets paid money, of course, with I think the job, by the way. But the biggest thing to me was that they hadn't done that in mid-season since 1941. Like,
that's a long time ago.
Insane. That one of the owners, I didn't even know who was the owner. There was like 3 owners with Rooney and someone else, and he was like, you know what? I don't want to be a part of this team anymore. I'm going to go. And then he went, and that was the last time till 2023 when they're like the Rooneys and Tomlin and all the guys are like, you know what? Yeah, maybe we should fire him now. It's like the whole family.
You gotta be real bad. If that was the last time that happened, you gotta be real bad. 1941? Like, dang.
That's like when we get older and gray, and it's like 2074, we'll be like, remember the last time they fired Matt Canada?
We was there for that one.
Yeah. Oh man. Sean says Matt America. Matt Cuban. Yeah. Man. Oh no.
Matt Australia.
No association to Australia. Rod says that bloke fired himself. Yeah, hey Rod, I gotta give Rod a bit of props here. Rod's doing really well. You're doing really well with the blokes. I like that. You're using bloke really well in these sentences too. Shane from Pittsburgh, lots of love. G'day, Shane. What's going on? Shane, have we met? I don't know. I can't remember if we met or not. Is that many? Shane from Pittsburgh. There you go.
Shane from Pittsburgh.
What are we watching with Shane? Fantastic. Yeah, so I don't know, man. Like, obviously the offense looks better. What else has been going on? The run games look pretty good too.
Yep. Najee and Jaylen Warren, they both. I think they said Najee needs 65 per game to get to 1K, and Jaylen Warren needs 75. If they both can get that, I said the first time since they said Franco Harris and Rocky. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, my bad. It's Shane. I met him on another podcast. They do a podcast called the Triple B Experience. Shane's on there with Bubba, another 2 blokes from Pittsburgh, or two big yins out that way. I forgot, my bad. Yeah, I called that too, by the way, at the start of the season. Now, look, Warren needs 70 yards a game. It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
But I did say that
we got the Cardinals and Patriots next, so he might can get it all in one trip.
Wouldn't that be good to see though? Just those blokes getting like the ball, 25 times, they're already getting it anyway, aren't they? They're already getting about 15, 17 carries at a time. Like getting 20 carries each would be fantastic. 40 carries. Then
I watched the Falcons games, and they run the ball like 45 to 50 times a game.
Yeah.
Like Bijan and what's his name, Tyler, all those guys back there, they just run, they just hand them off.
They still lose. Like it's crazy.
Surprisingly, they lead their division, but they got to lose the record though. Their division is terrible. They like 5 and 6. I think
it's always been like that. Wasn't like 7 and 9 won the division with the Saints.
Yep.
Right.
And Brady won last year with I think 8 and 9. Yeah.
Yeah. How was it always like that? What is it now? NFC South is 5 and 6. Wow.
And the Panthers are 1 and 10 at the bottom, and they still have a chance for the playoffs because they can win out.
Can they win the division? They can do it, can't they? Can they go 7 and 10 to win the division? That'd be fantastic.
It'd be possible, but the Panthers messed themselves up though because they traded all they draft capital away for no reason.
If they won 6 in a row to win the division and go 7 and 10, the Falcons they lose the rest of their games, right? Or depending on the division stuff, because there's 3 division games left, so it could be a possibility.
Yeah, they need some things to happen a little bit, but
crazy.
That's a terrible division right there.
So you need 8 wins to win the division, and we need like 12 or 13 wins to win ours.
Yeah,
that's insane. So the Bengals could have that division wrapped up at 5 and 6 if they were over there.
Bengals. They 5 and 6. Oh yeah, they got They lost our division game. I think they 0 and 4 in division. They lost every division game. They lost to the Ravens. They lost to the Browns. They lost to us. They lost to the Ravens twice. So yeah, they 0 and 4 in division. That's
what's
crazy.
D2 like a really bad school is in D2. 80s D2 run punt. That's what we used to do.
Oh yeah, D2, the Division 2 colleges.
Yeah. Oh man.
Run. Punt.
There was something else I wanted to ask you. Get your hot take on too. What about Joe Flacco being a Brown? See that?
Joe find himself on a team every time. Like he was on the Jets last year. He cost us. Now we should have handled business. We should have handled business weeks before to get in the playoffs and stuff. Like in one game against the Ravens where Kenny got knocked out, that one kind of cost us. So we would have won that one. Mr. Trubisky came in through like 3 picks, but we would have won that game. That would have been good. But Joe Flacco, I was hoping he had some little more juice left, and he messed it up. I was like, dang.
Did you watch both? I was streaming the game here too, but I was watching the game as well. I was watching both games. Did you see the other game, the Jets versus Dolphins? One of the worst games I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it was terrible. The third string quarterback versus a washed quarterback.
Yeah, it was like Mike White or someone like that. Versus
he was Skylar Thompson.
Oh, my bad. It was Thompson. Yeah, Mike White's the other deal on the Jets. But they lost like 12-9 or something like that, or 13-9.
A field goal, I think.
They had like 2 quarters to get a TD, and they couldn't do anything. And we were like, well, all we need you to do is just win this game. Win this game so we can have a chance to go to playoffs. We know we're going to lose. The Steelers would have lost by a mile to the Chiefs, but it would have been fun to have them in the playoffs at least,
Yeah.
Man, it was just
I think that year we would have played the Bills. We might have got them. Probably could have got the Bills that year. Yeah.
You and I playing quarterback this year could beat the Bills. It'd be easy.
Yeah, turnover machine. Josh Allen's a good player, but he turned the ball over a lot.
You and I could go play corner, not even move, and have a good chance to get a reception for an interception.
Yeah.
Like we could just stand in one spot and he'd throw to us, I reckon.
Yeah, because he's kind of like Brett Favre. Like you get a lot of good, but you get a lot of bad sometimes. He try to throw the ball across his body and underhand and all that crazy stuff.
I reckon, you know what? It sounds kind of crazy. I think he throws it a bit too hard because sometimes he throws it really hard.
Yeah.
And it goes off the hands and it goes in the air next minute, He's also, I saw a stat the other day that they changed the playoffs for him, the overtime rules, and now he's like 0-5 in playoff games, overtime.
Yep. 0-6 in overtime. Yep.
You can't make that up.
If I got the ball first, I would have won. Okay. Yeah. Hit the ball first last week against the Eagles. He lost the game.
2 chances and he still can't do anything. I think he's one of the most overrated quarterbacks, to be honest. They talk about Josh Allen is this, Josh Allen's that. They call him Mini Big Ben. At least Big Ben won games. So I'd rather Kenny Pickett not, Kenny Pickett's not turning the ball over right now, right? That's one thing he's knock on wood. He's not doing, right? He's not turning the ball over. So, they're saying he's, Kenny's not doing this, not doing whatever, but he's being safe with the football, and now he's finding the middle of the field too.
Yeah.
So, playoffs.
Playoffs. Hey.
We'll get there.
We win these next 2. Hey,
yeah.
The playoffs.
Are we gonna win this game versus Cardinals? Is this a trap game? Because I don't think it is a trap game. I don't think we're good enough team to be a trap game.
Yeah, the way we playing is not a trap game. I think it's like we're better than the Cardinals, of course, because we find a way to win games. But I think the Steelers will go out there. I want to see them go out there and just have a dominating win 27-10, or just go out there and just dominate. I think last time the Cardinals came here, we put the Cardinals. I think Kyler Murray threw like 3 picks. He threw one to wide, 2 to Hayden. He got sacked like 5 or 6 times. And I think Justin Johnson had a punt return for a touchdown. A lot of things that happened that game.
I think that was in Arizona, actually. I saw the highlights.
Yeah, Still Nation took over the whole stadium.
Yeah. Kyler Murray got sacked like 5 times, picks, and Bud Dupree was out there running him around. I'm not too worried, to be honest, about Kyler Murray. I think that will be competitive to play with James Conner and stuff like that. But I still think that if the defense shows up, depending, Minka might play too. He might be an idea to play. So I think they can win this Cardinal game. And look, when I say it's not a trap game, to me, a trap game is when you're a really good team like the Eagles. We're not a good team. We're an okay to getting good team to now firing with Canada. It's like, and yes, we've been getting wins, and I believe in them. I still think they're the playoffs, but it's like we're not an outstanding team like the Eagles or someone like that.
Yeah, our defense is better than the Eagles, though. I think so. The Eagles secondary allow a lot. I thought our secondary was bad sometimes, but the Eagles secondary, man.
If Kazi could catch, he'd have 2 pick sixes by now.
Yeah, Jamar Chase got lucky on those catches. I was like, this all you gotta do is just 2 hands. He usually catch them, but I don't. I guess the last game he was a little nervous or something. I don't know.
Why isn't the internet going after Kazi this week?
They say that's why he played DB, because he can't catch.
It went right through his hands like that. But I don't think that this gonna be a fun game. It's 1 p.m. I get to watch it again at 5 a.m. on my ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, it's like take care of business, shut the run down. Did you see the other stat too last week that the Steelers kept the Browns under 25 yards rushing?
Yeah, that's where they had like a tackle for loss almost every play.
Bengals.
Yeah, every play was like a tackle for loss. It felt like it. Because Joe Mixon only had that screen pass really, but he didn't really run the ball like too well.
Yeah, did you see? Was it Benton as well play like, playing like security guard with the O lineman with one hand?
Yeah, Ben and Alex Highsmith, his numbers might not say it, but he wins his one-on-one. Like he wins his battle every time, and like he brings the quarterback to other people to get sacked. So he don't get credit for the sack, but he brings a lot of guys into like other pressures.
If you're an O lineman, what would you do with that spin move? Like, what honestly, what do you do?
Okay, sometimes he fake it. He did a fake half one last time. So sometimes so I don't know what you got to do really. I guess you got to try to hem him up, but he's too big, I think.
Are you allowed to like I don't know, grab their arm and do like an Irish whip to the ropes, or are you allowed to?
I think you can snatch him down like a pancake. Like you can like go down like that. Yeah, they call it the pancake like that. But he's too big. I don't think you can snatch Alex Highsmith down like that. Not too many people doing that. Maybe like Trent Williams or somebody like that. Some of the best of the best, but not too many people will be able to do that. Especially at the Bengals O-line.
We just got breaking news here from Daredevil says that the pigeons have been fired, so there are no more pigeons. They are toast. I haven't seen actually. I kept up with it for a minute. It was like they went 2-0, and then I haven't seen. There was like an account on Twitter about it too, that kind of stuff. I haven't seen what the actual record is with the pigeons, but it was quite a funny story when they were there. But I wonder where they are. So I don't know. Do we need the pigeons now? Maybe we don't need them.
Probably not.
You know what though? Yins is beholden to anything. Like they will. If something happens like that, if lightning, were to strike the stadium, they'd be like, "Oh, that's the first time when lightning."
Superstitious. Superstitious. Yeah. Did he got a stat that said every time a Spider-Man movie released, Big Ben won a Super Bowl, something like that. It was some stat at first, but
really?
that one passed now because he was retired before the other one came. The last one came out, but they said the other ones every time it came like the Spider-Man movie released, he made the Super Bowl or something like that happen. I was like, what kind of stat is that?
What would the Yinzers do if they fired Coach Tomlin and they hired Ryan Shazier as coach, and they knew he was a cheater and they won the Super Bowl? They would be up like this. They'd be like, "Well, we want to support him." At the same time, they'd be in a massive predicament.
I think Shazier fit better as the Patriots head coach.
Oh, it's fun to laugh when it's not us, isn't it? Oh goodness, but I do support Ryan Shazier and everyone else out there. What else has been happening, man? What's been happening in your neck of the woods? I see you got now 522 subs. So if you guys want to go support Arsenal DB here, he's got his own YouTube channel. It should be in the title. When you click the title, it should go to your page. I think you're on 522. What's been happening, mate, over your way?
Just doing a lot of covering the NFL, talking about the MVP race. I think Tyreek Hill could win MVP if he can reach 2,000 yards within the next 5 games. 6 games would be cool, but they might use that against him. They might say, "Oh, he got an extra game, so it kind of helped him out a little bit. But if he can reach 2,000 receiving yards in the next 5, he should win MVP because no receiver ever has done that.
You reckon they won't give it to Hurts because Hurts got all those rushing TDs where the
yeah, 14 turnovers though.
Does he really?
Yeah, 14 turnovers. Yeah, I think 10 interceptions and 4 fumbles.
Okay.
Yeah, 29 total touchdowns though.
They never give out the MVP to anyone besides quarterback. It never happens.
Yeah, I think Adrian Peterson was the last one to win. That was like 2008 or 9 or something. That was a while ago.
100 yards, right? That was amazing.
Yeah, 2,000 yards. Yeah, Derrick Henry rushed for 2,000 yards like 2 years ago. They didn't give it to him either.
Yeah, should have. Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Titans was the first seed. I think Titans was the first seed that year too as well. So they didn't give it to him. I don't know why.
You know who they should give it to? They should give it to Josh Burrow or what's his name, Joe Burrow, because he's the most valuable player for that team. Without him, they suck.
Yeah.
Like, the name of it shouldn't be called that most valuable player. The most valuable player is Josh Burrow because he's like they're nothing without him. You know, they're a shell.
Because the Bengals O line is bad, but when you have a good quarterback like that, you know, he just makes everything look like they're better than what they are. When you see him taking out the equation, and you look around, you're like, okay, we look kind of terrible.
The whole team, I think, just looks different without him there. Looks completely different. You know, and at least when we lose our big band, we have like guys are feeling we still went 8-8, but I reckon they won't win too many more games.
And that's why I never looked at Zach Taylor as a good coach. People say, oh, Zach Taylor is a good coach. I'm like, you see what happened before he got Burrow, and you see Burrow come just like Mike McCarthy when he had Aaron Rodgers. Like, oh, he won a Super Bowl. Well, Aaron Rodgers won that Super Bowl. Well, Aaron Rodgers was lights out.
Speaking of Rodgers, if he wins comeback player of the year, there will be riots everywhere. because is it Hamlin? If he doesn't get it, because that many bettors probably put the money on Hamlin.
Yeah, Hamlin.
Rodgers wins.
Has Hamlin played yet? I don't know if he suited. I think he suited up.
He's played a few times, I think.
2 times.
Yeah.
But Rodgers is it's a bigger. He might win. I don't know. He could win. He come back. Now that's if the Jets can find a way to beat the Falcons on Sunday.
I'm just saying,
he come back and he can come back and get them to the playoff race. That'd be a crazy story.
That would screw over so many bettors who bet the DeMar Hamlin, comeback player of the year, and then Rodgers is like, hey, what's up? I've been doing our wash go, whatever, and then he comes in. I've been in the dark room, and then here I am throwing football.
I went into the darkness for 48 hours. I came out. He said I came out 90% retired, 10% unretired. I'm like, what?
Are you retired or not? It was so crazy because when I was watching that story, I saw the tweets were going out, and people live like that, man. Like people have no electricity, got no money, and he's like choosing it, paying all his money. He's like, yeah, I'm going in darkness for 4 days, and people are like, dude, that's how I live. Like I'm homeless. I'm going to think, all this. I don't know. It was really funny. So I don't know if he's coming back or not, but I know the NFL would want that story for the Jets to be good, but they got to beat the Falcons. They got to beat someone. They got to beat like 3 or 4 people. Right?
After the Falcons, and then after the Falcons, they got the Dolphins again. So. I don't know. They can't lose both of those games really and be out. But they find a way to win those games with Tim Bull. It don't sound too pleasing, but I don't know.
Man, aren't you lucky that we aren't Jets fans and we haven't? When was their Super Bowl? 1968 or something like that?
With, like Joe Namath. Yeah.
Yeah, like back in the day. Like that was.
Yeah, they haven't been back. I think the last time they went to the title game was against us, and they lost that one.
Yeah,
so that was like 2010, I think.
Was it the Bart Scott when he said "Can't wait"? Is that it?
I think so. Yeah.
Can't wait. Yeah. I didn't mind him as a player. I thought he was pretty cool. He's a pretty.
That's how I say Steelers fans. We're spoiled because we look at other teams, fan bases. You look at the Jets. You look at the Falcons. You look at some of those teams like the Panthers. You're like, man, they got it bad. Because we were building stage right now. The Browns too. Even though they have like a winning record right now, you can always see them collapse. They're gonna collapse. Watch it going. Something gonna happen where they start losing games. It just look bad.
But it still amazes me that 12 teams have not even won, and 4 teams never been, and Buffalo went to 4 of them in a row. Like Buffalo's got a whole movie about that. The 4 falls of Buffalo where they just lost every single time. Minnesota Vikings have lost 4. It's amazing. It is amazing.
The Minnesota Vikings lost. They lost 1 to us. The Super Bowl 9.
Yeah,
Super Bowl 9. Yeah, that was the first one.
And even with Buffalo, you think like the 3rd time, you're like, oh, we got this. And then they lose it. And the 4th time, they're like,
we got to win this. We got to win this one. We'll be back next year. They never came back.
So, we've had a good from like 2000s. We'll be to 2 to, even just as a fan, celebrating that in the process too, of like being there, watching it as a kid. And then, G'day West, what's going on? Being there and just being part of it and then winning it too. And the Packers one sucks. And Mendenhall says he still didn't do it. but he did. He did a fumble. There's trouble in Big Ben too, but to be those kind of fans for Jets fans, that kind of stuff, it's just like
that'd be unbearable. Like Detroit Lions, like the Lions look good right now, but
they do. They go
imagine,
well this year.
Imagine you're an old school fan, you've been a Lions fan for like 25 years. Like, dang, it's just like
yeah. There's my mate who I used to work with, Grid or Derek from Detroit Lions Syndicate, and he's pretty high on life right now because they're going really well. But they've got a very good team. They've got a very good team. So we'll see how far they can at least win a playoff game. The last time they won a playoff game was like, I think like 30 years ago, maybe, or 20-something years ago.
The last playoff appearance was against the Cowboys. They got cheated that game, though. They got cheated that game. The referee, and one play, that little holding that he didn't call pass interference.
Yeah.
He should have called that one on that one.
Yeah. What do you mean? The refs get involved? I didn't know that. That doesn't happen.
Man, the refs they've been rigging a lot in basketball, football, everywhere. The referee's been rigging everything.
Roberto, 100% he's overrated.
1,000%. Josh Allen. I think he's still top 10 quarterback. It's just the turnovers. The turnovers, like I feel like if he worked with somebody, kind of like Mahomes. Mahomes came in through 50 touchdowns, and remember he started getting a little wild, but he kind of hemmed himself down and started playing more precisely. Now he's a 2-time Super Bowl champion, 2-time MVP. Josh Allen still haven't did that yet. He, like Tom Brady had him on a podcast talking about take the smarter throw, Josh. You got to take the throw right here, the 5-yard route, instead of trying to force it between two dudes on the field for the fans and stuff. Even though you can do it, it's not a smart play.
Yeah, he had a good game the other day, but I still think, there's times when in playoff games he just doesn't. He shows up and tries too hard. Next minute he's getting picks and the game's done. So, But the Bills are funny now too because the Bills have been really high on life the last few years. And if they don't win it this year or the next year, stuff like that, they're going to start to get very angry. They're going to start turning on, Josh Allen. I reckon
they're going to throw Josh through the table this time. Like, throw him out. The Bills Mafia.
Man. What a gimmick! Would you do that? Would you go there to Buffalo and jump through a table if you're around there? I'll
jump through. If the Steelers make the Super Bowl, I'll jump through a table.
Oh, you heard it here first. I had this last year. Daniel was getting me on this all the time.
I do a swanton bomb through the table. I got insurance, so I don't know what happened if I land wrongly, but you can take over my channel from there.
What about you go to the Home Depot where you buy it, and the lady's like, "What's this for, mate? What's going on?" Just for a barbecue, and you take it back in pieces, like in halfway pieces. Oh, it's broke.
I gotta find a breakaway table because you jumped through the wrong table. Hey,
yeah. I've seen blokes on the internet, they jump through glass tables, and it's not cool.
Oh man.
Yeah. There's one of those. I don't know what his name's out there, but he just starts yelling. He covers himself in barbed wire and jumps through barbed wire and stuff. I don't know what he's called.
He say, F this stuff. And he jumped through. Yeah. That dude crazy.
He's crazy. He's like, da, 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 da. And then I can't say. He jumps right through the things on fire. He
gotta be on crack. He got to. There's no way he jumping through that. And he do it almost every day. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, he is something. G'day, Yui. What's going on? All right, let's start the next, I don't know, what have we got? 10 minutes or so.
Let's Herbert. I say Herbert overrated.
I think so too.
I think Herbert is good. I seen that rumor. Steelers fans want Herbert in Pittsburgh.
Why?
I don't know about that because that'd be impossible. But Herbert he's not. I don't think he's overrated. I think the coach Staley, he's supposed to be a defensive minded coach, but yet the defense, like one of the worst defenses I've ever seen in Chargers history. I think Justin Herbert's a good quarterback though. His accuracy, he has intangibles and everything. It's just like he needs the right coaching around him. Yeah, he can't win. Like, that's one thing.
You're always 50-50 those days.
But a lot of the games came down to the defense. You know, he put up 38 points, lose.
Yeah.
Put 40 points, lose. I'm like, come on, defense. The defense got to do something.
Wasn't it a few years ago with like even Rivers there? They could never finish games. They always lost. I saw one game where they legit fumbled the ball, I think 3 times in a row, and they were winning, and then they ended up losing.
Yeah, they had some great players too. They had LaDainian Tomlinson, Antonio Gates, Phillip Rivers was there.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm like,
Mike
just
Williams
couldn't get it done.
The big tall receivers they had.
Oh, was it Michael Floyd?
Yeah.
Might have been.
I think so. Else. I thought it was Mike Williams. So I could be.
Yeah, Mike Williams is the one that played now. Yeah. See, after the season. Yeah.
Floyd was good too. Yeah. Gates. Of course, they had LaDainian Tom. Yeah, I think we were always in their way too. You know, Patriots were in our way, and then we were on their way. They just couldn't beat us.
Can they make the AFC title game one time? This way, I think Phillip Rivers played with that torn ACL. He had the torn ACL. He played against the Patriots. They got blown out in that game, I think.
And now he's got about 13 kids. He's got
Yeah, you got like I think 12 kids, 13 kids. A lot of kids. You got a football team basically.
Amazing. I can't even imagine.
But Herbert, I think if he go to a different team, he'd be good. Like he might, and you never know, he might go to a different team. I don't think they paid him yet, so he could go somewhere else. Go to like the Falcons or something. I don't know.
Well, they've got a better chance of winning with their record. They could go, 6 and whatever.
Yep.
All right, let's finish on stuff to do with who we verse on the Cardinals. Who's the biggest threat, do you think, for the Cardinals beating us? Who do you reckon? Who they got? Is it
Kyler Murray? Of course, Kyler Murray is cool and stuff. But what they call him? They say, "Kyler, are you bigger than the fifth grader?" Murray, he's cool.
Yeah. Wait, did you make that up? You made that up?
Nah, that was from Chuz Adonis, that comedian.
Okay.
Yeah, he said, "Kyler, are you bigger than the fifth grade Murray?" That'd be funny. His commentary would be funny. But Kyler Murray is a good player. James Conner, of course, the former Steeler. But I don't really see anybody like Marquise Brown got speed, but he's a body catcher, so you ain't got to worry about. I think Joey Porter Jr. is gonna jam him up because he's little, so you jam him up at the line a lot. Be guarding him. I don't really see anybody like super dynamic on the offense that's gonna like go crazy.
Yeah, I can't really see anyone on even the tight ends.
But you never know though. The Steelers, you never know. Sometimes you might leave somebody wide open.
This game could be.
Levi Wallace, you got to play too, so you might leave somebody open.
Well, this could be a 27-26 game, and we have to win by a field goal. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, this could be real tight.
I hope not, but you never. Yeah, the Steelers, they love close games. They love like those drama games. It's
gonna come down to the wire. 30 seconds, 45 yards out. Chris Boswell field goal to win. Like it always happens. Like if we want an easy game to watch and to just be chilling and like, oh yeah, take care of business. Nah. Not. I don't
know the last easy game we had. I don't even know.
I think it was. I go back to the Thursday night game versus the Panthers when I was like, we won like 52.
Oh yeah, I think the AB and Juju and they been through 5 touchdowns that game.
Yeah. Well, it maybe even like the Browns game because we won by 14 points last year.
Oh, yeah, the last game of the season. Yeah, that was good.
And everyone was so focused watching Jack Flacco, and I was like, well, no one's watching the Steelers now because they've won. So maybe that's what I mean. J-Devil says 500 yards, 18 points.
Hey, as long as we win, I'll take it. 500 yards, 18 points.
You're going down the field like what? Maybe that's the field goals, right? It's all field goals.
Yeah, some field goals. Unless you score, unless you go for 2. 70. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all field goals, pretty much. Man, that's crazy.
I think Kenny Pickett posted something about Chris Boswell being reliable.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And he was right since last year, too. We didn't win because of you. Remember he said it against Canada?
Oh, he said, we didn't win because of you. Hey, Boswell got I didn't see that footage, but until last week. When the Packers hit the Danny Smith on the sideline. Boswell got into the scuffle. He pulled some guys off. Start pulling guys off.
Did you see
Boswell cool.
The size of Danny Smith's gum? Did you see it?
He got
like a fist.
He probably eat like 25 pieces.
Does he know that he can like take it out and have new gum? You don't have to add like new gum to the old gum.
You just keep adding it. I think he get the baseball gum probably. Just keep adding it.
I'm just like, in honest to goodness, we're kind of lucky he didn't swallow that and like it's stuck in his throat. Like if you get tackled, like seriously, dude.
I'm surprised he got up from that hit. I was like, oh, he got up.
Yeah, he broke his collarbone, right?
Yeah,
he got tackled.
He didn't break his jaw though, because the gum protected the jaw.
Yeah, that was his mouth guard.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see who's on the Cardinals roster. I've heard of no one besides Xavier.
Is Budda Baker still there? Or
Buda's there? That's all I know. Anyone else? Never heard of you. Never heard of him.
Yeah.
Matt Prater, I've heard of the kicker.
Matt Prater, he kicked like some bombs, 67-yarders and stuff.
Yeah. There's one bloke called Jonathan Ledbetter. That's cool. That's a cool name. And I don't know, man. We'll just wait and see, I guess. No one else really stand out to me. Running backs, they have Connor.
They're probably gonna run the ball a lot.
He's good. Michael Carter from the Jets.
Oh, Michael Carter, running back. Yeah,
I think he was good, right?
He's solid. Last week they played the Rams. They got blown out. The Rams ran the ball well in that game. They had everybody running just on the sideline, just going crazy.
Kyrie Williams ran it for like 250 yards, something like that.
Yeah, he went crazy last week.
Yeah, he was on fire. Steel Girl said, no, not Bedwetter. His name's Ledbetter. I don't know. That's his name.
Bedwetter.
Yeah.
That's a crazy name. Oh, that's the one dude. I think his name General Booty, the college player.
Is he for the Cardinals or not?
No, he's in college. It's a college player named General Booty, I think. I don't know what type of name that was, but
Mr. Booty. Yeah, I don't see anyone who I know, but honestly, I don't watch too much of the NFL. I watch Steelers now, and then they're all, what do they say, nameless gray faces to me. So
yeah, I watch other teams, but I have not watched the Cardinals game. I didn't watch the Panthers game before. I haven't watched the Cardinals game at all, so I have no idea.
At all?
Not at all.
What
I watched the highlight of the Super Bowl, but I didn't watch the recent Cardinals.
Yeah, 100%. What do you think's going to happen to the Yinzes of all Yinzes if we lose this game?
Oh man.
Fire
Tomlin, fire Sullivan, fire everybody. Terry Austin, fire him. Trey Minka, Trey Watt.
I reckon it's going to be. I don't think we'll lose this game, but I reckon if we did lose this game, it's like all that happiness from last week is instantly dead.
Our streak's still here though. We win two, lose one. So we gotta win. Go win this one.
Yeah.
Hopefully the next one we do not lose. I won't lose to the Patriots anymore.
Yeah. Well, watch the Patriots. The Patriots are gonna they're gonna somehow find a way to win that game too because they're 2-10.
Yeah. Right? I don't know how the Patriots always beat us. I hope we beat the Patriots. I get tired of the Patriots.
But they have Mac Jones. I saw someone say to me on the internet was like we should trade for Mac Jones. I was like, are you serious right now?
Trade for Mac Jones. Mac Jones is good. I think he's a good quarterback, but just like the Patriots messed him up. He was a Pro Bowler his rookie year.
Yeah.
Then you brought in Matt Patricia, who never called offense to be the offensive coordinator. To be the offensive coordinator and messed them up. But then you got Bill O'Brien in there. But Bill O'Brien's coaching style, not for everybody. You can't be screaming at and cussing Mac Jones out every 5 seconds. So it's not going to work out. He needs to get traded somewhere else.
But he was bad, I think, with the Lions too, as well.
Yeah, real bad with the Lions. I think Darius Slay left because of him.
Yeah, right. Because what are they? They're 2-10, right? Then they have no chance this year at all.
Yeah, 2-10. They might get a high pick. Maybe Belichick might be gone though. I think Belichick might leave. He might get out of there.
I know we're previewing the next game too, but how has Juju been playing? You know what? Has he been keeping up too?
I think Juju wasn't he injured? He was injured for a little bit. I think he's back now, but he's not really doing nothing crazy. He's like all right.
So they've lost. The Patriots have lost 4 games in a row. Miami, Washington, Indy, New York beat them by 3 points, 10-7.
The Colts game, they could have won that game. That was the one in London, I think. And Mac Jones that was his fault. He threw a terrible pass. He threw the ball like the tight end was in the corner. He threw the ball like this way, and the cornerback just turned around and just caught it. I was like, what kind of pass was that? And they subbed him out again. They keep subbing him out. Him and Bailey Zappi back and forth.
So I don't know why. I've got Ramondre Stevenson for my fantasy. He's done well for me, kinda. He got 580 yards. Mac Jones is 2-1-20 for 6.1, 10 TDs, 12 interceptions. It seems like the offense isn't working though. They just don't seem to have it. Oh, they got Zeke Elliott too. He doesn't do too much. He got 4 yards, 95 carries. Actually, not too bad of an average. It seems like they just unlucky, or maybe their defense sucks. I don't know.
The defense, they've been playing pretty solid. It's like I don't know what goes on, because like some of the games they hold a team, like last week they held the Giants to 10 points, and they couldn't score. They only scored 7. Yeah.
I'm more worried about that game than I am actually the Cardinals, to be honest.
Because the Patriots be cheating. They be finding ways. I don't know how they do it. They find a way to beat you and do some weird stuff, some crazy stuff. You said a kick return happened or something. How did it happen? Then they get some momentum going.
We have to end it because I was going to say they'd be ringing up Shazier. They'd be ringing up Shazier for advice,
And this Aguilar catch was last year one. That was crazy. Like the Aguilar over the. I'm like, come on, man. At halftime, before halftime, I was like, and then Mr. Trubisky threw the little interception. Man,
what happened? When was this?
Last year we played the Patriots. The Nelson Aguilar, the catch on the sideline before halftime. I think it was on what's the cornerback we had last year? What's his name?
Was it Nelson? Nah, he wasn't there.
Not Nelson. It was He from the 49ers. He came from the 49ers and Seahawks.
Oh, Witherspoon.
Witherspoon. He caught a Witherspoon helmet over his helmet before the halftime. I was like, what is going on?
I can't remember that. But we beat him, right? We beat the Patriots last year?
No, we lost to him. We lost.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Yeah, we lost to them, the Jets, the Dolphins.
Oh, because that was early in the season.
And the Bills. We lost to the whole AFC East. It was early.
Week 3 or something like that?
Yeah, Mr. Trubisky was still quarterback. It was like week 2 or 3 or something. Man.
that's when I couldn't even watch Mitch Trubisky play. It hurt me. Like I missed the game. I missed the Jets game for the Steelers game for the first time in like 15 years. I didn't wake up. I couldn't do it. I knew
I cannot watch it. I can't do it.
I was drunk and hungover at the same time. I was like, I can't. I'm just gonna wait. And then the next morning, I watched it. I think at 8 o'clock when on replay, and I knew the result already. I was like, man, because Kenny had his start. Then he had his first start.
Yeah, that's when the fans are still chanting Kenny.
Yeah,
Mr. Trubisky messed up. They kept chanting Kenny.
Remember those days, Steeler Nation, when we liked our quarterback?
The Kenny.
Oh, those were the good days. KP8 days were nice, weren't they?
I said, Mitch, do you hear the noise? No, I don't really hear the noise. Yes, you do. Everybody hear the noise. It's like 70,000 people in there.
So he can hear himself, and he can hear himself talking the huddle, but he can't hear anything else. He can hear the players like this, but he can't hear anything else.
It was Kenny.
Yeah, 100%. I missed it. I missed his start. I was asleep. That was the first time in I reckon about 15 years I missed the game because I couldn't bear to watch his the quarterback play.
He came in in the first quarter, second quarter. I think he came in like close to halftime. He scored a rushing touchdown.
You tell me. I was sleeping.
He scored a rushing touchdown, and he threw. Now the interceptions he threw was not his fault. One was the Hail Mary, and one of them was Pat Freiermuth dropped it. And another one was Chase Claypool getting bodied by 5'10" safety. I'm like, what the heck?
We talk about receivers who we don't like or who are divas. That was Claypool's one of them. He's up there. That was one of the the guy was 5'8" as a cornerback, and he played and next minute, come on, man. Kenny Pickett's first pass ever, I think it was, right?
Yep.
Right?
His first threw a deep ball down the field, and Chase Claypool just like fall down. Like, what the heck? You're 6'5".
Do you want me to catch that? He said, "You want me to catch that? It's my job to catch that." Man,
I thought he was on defense.
He's just top 3. He's fantastic. He's up there. G'day, Pepper. What's going on? Pepper's in the house too. What's up, Pepper?
What's up, Pepper?
Oh man, I am just crazy. G'day, John. What's going on, mate? Whoopsie doopsie, that one there. G'day, John. What's up? Yeah, so that's why I'm not too worried about this DJ stuff, man. Like it's we know who he is right now. He makes some bad plays, some bad ideas, and also too, no one at the same time the offensive line didn't react either. There was Dan Moore. I see him had his back turned, which he can't see it. The only other guy who reacted was Mason Cole to that fumble. He reacted. The other guys didn't. They were like, "What happened then?" And then the only other bloke who did react was Connor Hayward running backwards.
That was a good tackle too, because he put a Big Ben tackle. He had to break down, grab a shoestring.
Yeah. So if he was, if he was there, if he wasn't there, it's a TD. So. And look, these things happen. I think it's the football is a fast-paced game. As long as we don't see something like where he's running to the end zone, and this would annoy me if he drops the football in front of the end zone. You know when players do that?
Deshaun Jackson. He retired today, but that one play he had against the Cowboys where he dropped it before he got there. Yeah, man, coach was heated on the sideline. Yeah,
and I see it in college all the time. They're like, "Yeah, let's go," and then next minute's on the line. You know, stuff like that is hard to stomach. Or you go, that sucks, but. At the end of the day, I think at least they won the game. You know what I mean? We won the game by 6 points. And I think DJ will turn up this game. I think being at home will turn up and start playing, good football. But at the same time, I do watch him and then I can't defend him running backwards because he runs backwards. You go,
I hate that run backwards. Like he's trying to make something happen out of nothing. Occasionally you can do that sometimes, like reverse the field of his space, but let's just catch the ball and fall forward. Like Tyler Lockett used to do all the time. Catch the ball and just fall.
Yeah. Well, Daredevil wants Deshaun Jackson to sign.
Deshaun Jackson. Didn't he play? Did he play for Pittsburgh in college? What college he went to?
I don't know. Somewhere.
Yeah, but Deshaun Jackson, speedster. But I don't think he retired. He just retired today with the Eagles. But
you saw that play right with Michael Vick. That 90-yard pass was one of the best passes I've ever seen in my life.
Michael Vick had a strong arm. Yeah, that was him. Yeah,
that was
a bomb.
The Giants, right?
I think it was it was the Washington. They blew Washington out that game. Yeah,
I remember watching that. I remember watching that live when I was a kid, right? And I was like, "Holy smokes!" Like they went first play of the game, play action, 80-yard pass. I was like, "That was unreal."
I love Michael Vick time with us too. That Chargers game was cool. Michael Vick mixing it up.
He did a lot of running too, didn't he? I think near the end, he wasn't as fast, but he still got around it.
Yeah, he had a little spark left in the legs.
Yeah, but that pass, man, was insane. I remember seeing that. I was like, it went 65 yards in the air.
Yeah.
70 yards in the air. And
Like
came
he
right
basically threw it
down
like
on
almost
the
like end zone to end zone. I was like, dang, that's a strong arm.
I want to see that. I know Kenny Pickett might have the arm that far, but the same kind of style with Kenny Pickett to CA3. That was what the Raiders game, right? I think you.
Oh, the Calvin Austin, yeah.
Before we're going to get out of here soon, about 5 minutes. But what's the go? What's the go with Calvin Austin? Why aren't they using him?
His I don't know if he's banged up or something, but they used him a little bit. Like when Matt Canada was here, he was doing a little sweep over and over with Calvin Austin. But they gotta find a way to get Calvin Austin the ball. Maybe give him like a double move, and like try to give him a deep pass. Maybe they might implement more of that down the line. But he gotta get the ball in his hands because he got that. What is he like 4.3 speed? The 4.29, 4.3.
He's fast. He's too fast.
Yeah, very fast. So get the ball in his hands because Pat Fryman, he was happy with the new play call and he got the ball a lot. I called it too. I was like, let me start him in fantasy because he'll have a good game.
I had him at the start of the year, but then I cut him because I probably should have put him on the reserve or whatever. I cut him, but because he was injured, right? But he had a fantastic game. I just wonder how the Steelers can use CA3 because obviously Matt Canada was on record a few times saying he didn't know how to use him or how to put him into the.
Yeah, I think Moose had the most receiving yards last week too, about all receivers. Yeah, so he was.
Yeah, he did too. He had like 128, right? 120.
Yep, 120.
Yeah, that was insane. Do you reckon we see it a backup again? We see it back to back. Games from the Steelers offense, we actually have it's like a competent offense. We see that too.
I think so, especially the Cardinals. The Cardinals team, I think they ranked 30th to 31st in the run defense. So the Steelers gonna try to run the ball a lot, of course. Run the ball a lot on them. But I think we should be able to make something happen because their cornerback's not really big either. So George Pickens, they gotta get the ball to George Pickens. He had a few catches last game, a big catch and stuff. They gotta get the ball to him a little more often, especially in the middle of the field. He's like on the move, like crosser routes, something.
It's funny too because if you go back and listen to the Steelers, the press conferences, the players are really trying not to throw Canada under the bus, but they're saying enough where it's like the things are changing, the communication, all that kind of stuff, and the play calling. They're like, oh yeah, we're just trying to win our games now and get the yards there, and they're really not saying that was awful. And it must have been right near the end that everyone just gave up on him. And there's even theories out there now. I think I've heard someone say that. They might have done it on purpose, I don't think so. I think as a player, you don't fight to lose.
Like sabotage him a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think
he sabotaged himself kind of though, because they say he didn't let the offensive assistants get into the play, like into the rooms and stuff. You got to have the offensive assistants in the room. You got to have the running backs coach, quarterback coach. Everybody got to be in the room to help because they might see something that you don't see, or you might see something they don't see. But they say Matt Canada didn't want anybody else in the room. He made the game plan himself. So I was like, no one knows it. You got to communicate. Other people.
I have one thought though. All the guys who don't like Mike Tomlin out there, this is what they'll do. The Steelers will win the Super Bowl this year, and they will say it's not Mike Tomlin's players. They'll say it's Matt Canada's players.
I ain't talking here. It's Coach Cowher's players. I'm like, who team they play for? They play for Coach Tomlin, right? This is Steelers players.
Yeah, they're gonna say that it was Matt Canada's players this year if we win. That's what they're gonna say. You know what? I found a stat the other day and I couldn't find it again. I always want to bring it up. It was apparently like that the Coach Cowher's players is actually it's a myth. There's something like that Tomlin had 46% or 50% of players anyway. It's not all their players.
Yeah,
I read an article somewhere. I can't find it again. It's somewhere hidden deep in the internet. But I think if we were to win that, then why not give pay homage to Matt Canada because I don't know.
It's Canada team. Like what? Yeah. If Canada was the head coach, we'll be picking top pick in the draft.
Oh man, if Canada was a head coach, because wasn't there an idea too that he was going to get it wasn't going to happen, but if they were to fire Tomlin, he would move up to take the role. You know what I'm saying? That'd be bad.
I would be like, yep. I'll just do videos on the old Steelers. 2008 Steelers team, week 1.
You turned your channel into a retro channel straight away.
Yeah, retro.
In 1988, here's this guy. Just change it up. It's like, did you hear about this? No, I don't really follow them.
I don't watch the new stuff. I watch the old. I'm like old school. I watch the old football.
You know how when coaches go from 1990 to 2003 to coach a team. That's you with the fan. That's you the fan base.
Yeah.
From 1990 to 2023, and it's like on your Wikipedia, it's a dash. It's like what the hell? And then you come back in 2026.
Yep.
Canada was there. Shoot, man. All right, let's get out of here, guys. So, Arsenal DB, how can we find your channel? What can we do? What's going on?
You can type in Arsenal DB.
Yeah.
They pop up. We got football content, of course. Steelers, a lot of Steelers stuff because Steeler Nation over here. So you have Steelers content, but yeah, all NFL content, game picks. I might discuss some different topics in the NFL, NBA as well. Got some college stuff too as well too. So come check it out.
And you're also going to be a wrestler soon too, right? You're still doing that?
Yes. So try to like next year try to start on the wrestling training and stuff like that. I a lot of stuff. Gotta finish my graphic novel series.
How do you say wrestling? Wrestling?
Yeah, say it with the A, wrestling. No, Texas wrestling. Yeah, right. No, but I gotta finish my graphic novel series. I gotta start a wrestling career, get the YouTube channel booming, and hey, start going global.
Like I said, man, when you go super famous, remember all of us here because you could, because obviously you can talk anything, and when you're super famous, it's just you be.
Hey, y'all gonna be at the event. Y'all gonna be at the event. Oh, I had the perfect event idea too. In the future, imagine we did like a live audience watch party. That'd be cool.
Where at?
Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
As long as there's beer there, I'm good, man.
That'd be cool. That'd be a cool video right there.
Yeah.
Get a lot of creators. Get a lot of people. Here we go. Show State of Steelers, Steel Twins, everybody. That'd be cool.
What you could do is you could have it like the old LAN parties. You get all your mates together playing WoW or whatever.
Yeah.
You do it like that, but for watch parties. That'd be nuts. And then we'd all be there. Then nobody would turn up. It'd just be like. Yeah.
I hope people show up. At least 50. at least 50. That'd be clean.
I go to Pittsburgh and go down to South Street and just start paying people money. It's like, come here.
Fill the room up a little bit.
We're just like you know what we're doing. Antonio Brown does. You see the way he films his fans like this, like down like that.
Yeah,
and he gets like 10 people. It looks like there's like a lot of people.
You're walking on the sideline.
All right, let's get out of here. All right, thanks guys checking out Steelers Nation Australia, and also thank you to Arsenal DB here. You're awesome, man. It's always a good time talking to you. It's a good fun time. A lot of positive vibes. We have a bit of a laughs too, and we went back and forth all the time. It's just fun. It's just not too serious because look, we're 7-4. It's the Cardinals coming up, Patriots. Jedi says top tier show. Excellent. Yeah. So that's it. All right, mate. I'll see you later. As always, guys. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.